All right, let's run through another Mtel question, dudes. So this one says, an electronics store applies a 15% discount on a certain television, which is then followed by a 6.5% sales tax. If K represents the final amount a customer pays for the television, which of the following expressions can be used to find the original price of the television? All right, so let's develop an equation for what they're talking about. Let's call the original price of the TV X and try to come up with something that just has to do with X and K. All right, so the first thing they're saying is that a 15% discount was applied. So 15% is 15% less than 100. A 15% discount is you're giving 85% of the original price. So the way we can represent that is 0.85 times X. Hopefully that makes sense, because if you're discounting something by 15%, you take 100%, subtract 15% from that, that's 85%. And if we multiply 85% times X, that's how we're going to apply that discount. So that's 0.85X is the new price of the TV. And then we're adding a sales tax, which is 0.065. That's how you do 0.65, or 6.5% is 0.065 because it's percent literally means out of 100. So 6.5 divided by 100 is 0.65, and we're going to multiply that times the new price of the TV, which is 0.85x. So this expression right here should give us our new price of the TV, which is K. So this is our equation given the price, the old price of the TV and our calculated new price of the television. And basically what the question is asking us to do is to solve this equation for X. What we want is the old price of the TV, but we've written an equation for K. So now we want to figure out how to solve for X. Since we have two terms on the left side of the equation that have X in them, we can actually factor out the X from here. And because of what the answers look like, I'm actually going to factor out a 0.85x because that's a common factor for both of these terms. So what that looks like is after I factor out 0.85x, I can take that out of our equation, and then I'm dividing both of these things that are being added together by 0.85x. So 0.85x divided by 0.85x is 1 after I factor it out. And then I'm also dividing 0.065 times 0.85x by 0.85x, which leaves me with 0.065, and that equals K. And then in order to solve for X here, I can actually divide by everything other than the X, which gives me X equals K divided by everything else. So 0.85 times 1 plus 0.065, which leaves us with answer D.